Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. For this video we're going to go over Cricut Design Space on the tablet. I'm going to do a separate video for the laptops and computers. This Cricut Design Space overview is for the tablet version. I'm currently using a Samsung tablet S9 for this video. So I'm going to try to show you all of the different tools and functions of Cricut Design Space. Now, I've got my canvas here, and you should be able to change your canvas in the settings. You can turn the grid on. I prefer it off for a lot of projects, but there is projects where it's helpful to have the grid on. Now you can turn matrix units off. See, that takes these lines out. And operation types. And you can turn on smart guides. Those are some of the settings depending on how you want your canvas. By pinching, you can either zoom in or out. I know you can't see the finger gesture. So if you pinch your fingers apart, it zooms out, and you pinch them together, it zooms in. We have images, and you can search through millions of images here if you're looking for a certain project. For example, if I was looking for something for Canada Day, which I'm making design for right now, I would type in, let's say I want maple leaf for the design. I can type in maple leaf and hit search. And I'm given a wide variety to choose from, and you just scroll through and you look for what you're looking for. Now, let's say you don't have to keep it exactly as you see it here. You can usually customize it. Let's say I wanted to take this one right here. Can you see my little marker? I add this to the canvas. But let's say I wanted to only have 3 of these. I can get rid of whatever I don't want by using the contour tool here. I can customize it and change it to be the color I want. They have us select colors up at the top, but if you scroll down, there is a more options down here where you can pick through this bar here, and then you can choose in here to find the exact shade you're looking for. I do like using my laptop when looking for a specific color because the laptop allows you to write in a color number, and I use that a lot because if I'm looking for something like a metallic color, like recently I was using chrome green for a project, and I wanted to see what it looked like on the canvas as close to the vinyl I was using. So I looked up the color number for chrome green and I typed it in on my laptop and was able to find a pretty accurate color for that. I've looked up rose gold to use for designing with. So I do like that feature on the laptop versus the tablet version. There are a few things I don't like about using the tablet, where if there's certain things I need to do on Cricut Design Space, I have to hop over onto my laptop and do it because it just works better with some functions. Now I do like there are pros to the tablet. It's more, I can use my S Pen with my tablet, which helps with editing a lot. I can be sitting on the couch editing a design, or I can be sitting outside editing a design. And there's just, I really like designing with my tablet. It's just I don't like how some things don't work the way I want them to in this app. And I might get into a little more of that in this video of functions that I hope they fix in the Cricut Design Space app for tablets. So that's the images we've gone over. Editable images are just some more images. And then we've got our text option where we write in a word. Why did you do it like that? That's hilarious. That's another thing where I sometimes struggle with this app is writing with the pen, because I find it easier sometimes, but sometimes this tablet makes it really harder. So sometimes I just gotta open up the keyboard and write in what I want to write, which does take longer. Okay, so we have our word here, and right here is the font. And if you click that, it will bring up all of the fonts. There's thousands of fonts on this program, and you can bring in fonts with a web page called DaFont. You can download and import fonts through that too. If you can't find what you're looking for here, there are probably millions of fonts on that site. So we can go through and pick out whatever we're looking for our project. And if you're looking for a specific kind of font, like decorative, there's stencils, there's techno, fashion, sports, marker, cursive, which I like going through the cursive list a lot. I do a lot of projects with cursive. And once you find the font you're looking for, you can, sometimes there's different styles like bold, or so always look and see what your options are. It tells you the size right beside it. Letter spacing, you can, hold on here, let me see if I can scroll this up so I can show you. You can space the letters more apart. It might not work with cursive, see, as well. You can make them really far apart. It's what you're looking for. This really works with, if we actions, ungroup them all. It makes them all individual, and say they're not like you want, select them all, over to edit, you align them, vertical from the bottom, from the top. It's whatever makes it look the best for your project. So, and after you get your letters, your word to look the way you want it with spacing and everything, if you want to get rid of these creases right here, all you have to do is select them all, combine, weld, and hit the little check mark. And you see, now they're all fused together. And so after text, we've got shapes. So we'll bring in a circle. And I'm going to use some shapes to show you another tool, the combine tool. So I'm going to make these two different colors so you can see it better. Okay, so fit that right in the circle. Okay, I showed you the weld, and if I welded these together, all you would see is a big circle. Watch, because it's welded together. There is the union, which would do the same thing in this situation. If I had it like this, wait, hold on a second. Let's duplicate it. Say I wanted to do two hearts together. I could do union, and it would weld them together like that. There is after union. Okay, let's align this so it's completely centered, which is centered, the very bottom one. Oh, I don't even like that. Down a little more. Okay, so grab them both, combine, and if I hit subtract, it'll take the heart out of the circle like that. Oh, no. Subtract. And now it's a circle with the heart cut out of it. If I hit intersect, we're going to move it just like this. If I hit intersect, it's going to show where they overlap to each other. See this section right here where they're overlapping. If you hit intersect, if they're like this and hit subtract, it's going to take the heart from the circle like it did before. And the last one, exclude. It's going to take out this section where they overlap and leave everything else. So let's just say I wanted to do two hearts again. So after you get the heart set up like you want, we hit combine, exclude, and see it takes out that section in between them. If I was to do it with two circles, get something like that. Or three circles. We see what I'm getting at, what you can do. Now, there's also the slice tool where it will slice out the heart from the circle, which is a lot like subtract, only with the subtract, it deletes. I hit the check mark there. Only with the subtract it will delete the heart, but with the slice tool, what is happening? Oh. I'm gonna weld this together for a sec. Only with the slice tool, it doesn't. You will have the hearts left over. And there's sometimes when I want to create like an outline. So the slice tool is good for that, but there's another step you got to do first. I will do an offset. I will choose the distance for the offset that I want. And then, oops, hit the check mark when you got everything set up the way you want. And see, it created this offset around the heart. It is completely filled in. So I will use the slice tool. And then I have an outline. Sometimes I do that with fonts. So you create this offset and then slice. And you can have the outline. Another cool thing to do with offset is, I'll show you, you can do like a shadow type thing. Let's see here, where you can bring it down like this. Sometimes I gotta I think I made the offset too big for this. Let's try a smaller offset. It will change depending on the look you're going for and the style of font that you're using. Let's see. You can create this almost like shadow look. I don't really like it as white. And if you do it again, create another offset of your offset. You can kind of create this really cool effect. Let's see. What is the glitch colors? I think it's red, blue, and white. You just play around with your layers and try to get them like you want them. Pretty neat. So that's offset. Now down here we have upload, which has take a photo because I'm on the tablet. Your phone will do this too. Yes, you can get Cricut Design Space on your phone. I do not like it on the phone because the phone screen is much too small for me. You can select from your photo library, that's any image that's on your device. Open uploaded images, where you open up any image that you've uploaded onto your Cricut Design Space account, whether it be from your laptop, your computer, your phone, they'll all be stored there. And then you have actions, which gives you duplicate. You have then group, where you can group them together, and when you pick up the ones that are grouped together, they all move together. Ungroup. You have attach, where unlike if you group things together, they won't. Here, let me show you. Oh, I can't show you because I'm not. Oh, maybe, hold on. Then you have detach, but I'm going to try to show you. We group them together, and if I hit make it, see how they're below each other, not side by side? So they're not connected for the project. They're just all grouped together on your canvas. That way, if you move one, they all move together. If you've got an image that overlaps and you don't want to accidentally move one of the layers off center from one of the other layers on your design, this comes in handy. But if they're all different colors, you're going to cut them separately with different color vinyl. But if I wanted to cut them like this, or it said hello, hello there, or hello in somebody's name, and you wanted it to cut just like you have it on your canvas, you can attach them. And then if you go over to make it, they're side by side. So that's the difference with group and attach. And then you got your detach. And then you've got warp, which I'm going to pick, oops, wrong button. I'm going to pick a different kind of font for this, not color. It's not going to let me because I've already messed with it too much. Once you weld and stuff, you can't change the font, unfortunately. So we are going to type in summer, and then we are going to pick a font. Nothing cursive for this. Something, this one might work real nice. Only I want to take out one of the colors. Okay, so we have this word summer, and we're going to use wrap. We're going to use wrap. We're going to take this word summer and we're going to use wrap. So there's several different types of wraps for you to choose from. Let's say, let's go with this one. Let's say we're going to use this one, and then you've got an adjustment to how wavy you want it, right? And then we're going to go back and we're going to duplicate it. Let's say we want them all lined up though. They're too far apart from each other. I think my best bet for this would be, hold on a second. Undo this. Okay, so we are going to make it a small s, and that might work better. Okay, so back over to action, hit wrap. We were on 15. We're going to duplicate it. And I think we would be able to adjust it. And there's all kinds of wraps. It's whatever you're looking to design. And we've already gone over combine and slice. Now there is flatten next, and I'll show you what that does. I don't want edit. Okay, so we'll go back into our leaves that we were doing before. Okay, so this one will work. So this right here is 2 layers of vinyl, cut vinyl. If you go over to edit, it says the basic operation is cut. So if you wanted to, instead of making this cut files with different colors, you can select it all and then you can hit flatten and it will turn it into a print then cut operation where it's now going to print it out. I don't know why it won't let me edit the operation from here. That's odd. But so now this prints, like I'll show you. If I hit make it, it's going to show that it's print then cut. You can turn the bleed off or on depending on what you're looking to do, depending on the project that you're creating. So that's flatten, and then you can obviously unflatten if you need to, and that just separates them again. Now if you flattened it and then unflattened it, these do not go back to cut files. They are print then cut. So you will have to manually change them back to cut if that is what you want. And it might alter the colors. You might have to go in and fix the colors that you want. I prefer my maple leaves to be red, but there are many different kind of maple leaves. So next on the action list is isolate layers. So we need to go back into text and we go over to actions, isolate layers. It's to ungroup 2 layers. And then we've got contour, which I can show you. I've showed you a little bit at the beginning of what contour is, but I can show you again here. you hit contour, and you can just customize here. Like if I hit hide all, it'll make it solid. If I pick a couple of these, it'll unselect them. If I hit show all, it'll go back like that. So it allows you to customize your design a little bit, but this is only for cut files, it's not for print then cut. So that is the action tab down here. Next we have the edit tab. It's where you can adjust your color if you're doing a cut file, or you can change the operation to draw, pen, score, or print then cut, and guide. And then we have the sizing where you can size it, and if it's locked, it will automatically size the other one to be symmetrical to whatever you're doing over here. If you hit the unlock, this one will not adjust when you change this one, so you'll have to adjust both. See, if I went and I wanted to make it bigger and I made it big, now it's too wide one way, so I'll have to manually adjust it the other way. If you hit the lock, it's going to automatically adjust this one to the width. So this is to flip it horizontally, and this is to flip it vertically. That's what that does. This is the position on the X, and this is the position on the Y, and this allows you to rotate. See, if I click in 90 degrees, it'll rotate it. And I've showed you, of course, it has this little dial here where you can manually adjust it like this. But this is just to be more precise. And then we have the offset, which I've showed you before. You hit the distance, you want to offset it. Let's say we want to offset it 2 centimeters. That is what it will do. And again, we could do the slice tool and bring out this. So next on the edit, we have the sticker feature. So let me bring in a new image for this. Who doesn't like pizza? Bring in a piece of pizza. And let's say we wanted to turn this into a sticker. Let's go into create sticker. Oops. So we have the die cut and the kiss cut, and I've gone over the difference between the die cut and the kiss cut when this feature was brought into Cricut Design Space. I will link that video here up at the top for you guys to check that out. If you want to know the difference for the die cut and the kiss cut, I do print tests and cut tests so you guys can see what they do. I personally like the kiss cut, so we're going to pick that for this video. I'm going to give it a border, standard thickness, and we're going to do the die cut edge. So turn that on. Oh, there we go. There we go. And we are going to do the border to be black, just so, oh, no, let's do red. No, we'll do black. And then this, check. Okay, so that is a sticker and it's all ready to go. If we hit make it, oh, it's too big. It's way too big. So we hit make it, and there it's all ready to go. Now we've gone over, oh, arrange. Okay, let me show you here. When I bring in something new into the canvas, it's automatically on the top. If you go into your layers here, it shows you the different layers and it goes from the top to the bottom. Now, if I wanted to adjust it, let's say I wanted to put this at the bottom behind the pizza, or if it was bigger than the pizza and I wanted it to be behind the pizza, I would hit edit and I'd hit arrange and I would hit send it back. You've got bring forward, that brings it forward one layer. You have bring to front, that brings it all the way to the front. You got send backwards, that sends it back one layer, and you got send to back, which sends it to the very back. Now, next we have align. So let me say, get rid of that. Let me duplicate this and duplicate it again and duplicate it again. All right, we're going to select all four, go over to edit and hit align, which say we want these all even and I want them all lined up from the tops of the pizza. So we're going to line it from the top like this. And the next one over here, we got distribute, which we're going to distribute horizontally, and it makes them all evenly spaced out. Let's go back over to align for a second, and maybe we want to align it from the center. That's what it's going to do in this situation. Align it like that. Align from the bottom. They're all the same size, but let's say they're not all the same size. Let's make them a little different. Maybe we're doing smallest to biggest or biggest to smallest. We go over to edit, we hit align from the bottom, and now they're all aligned up from the bottom. If we go back and align from the top, you can tell that they're all aligned from the top. Aligned center is like that. They're all aligned through the center. And we've got align them vertically, align horizontally. And if they're like this, let's distribute vertically. Oh, it doesn't do that. I think that's because they're already overlapping each other. I think if we space them all out and hit edit, distribute vertically, it would space them all out evenly. And align to the right, align to the left. Line or centered vertically. So you get my idea. There's the align and the distribute functions. So that's actions and edit that I've gone over. And we got the layers tab, which I showed you. It shows you all the different layers. See, these are stickers, so they're all print and cut. And you can only print and cut so big with the Cricut Design Space app. So in here, it would show you any issues, like this red circle with an exclamation mark on it. If you click that, it'll tell you what's wrong. And here it's telling me, obviously, that my image is too large for a letter size paper, which my printer only prints out as big as A4 size. So we would adjust it. There's a auto resize where it automatically will resize it to the biggest size you can print. And then it's ready. That red circle with the exclamation point is gone. So after the layers, we have undo and redo, undo, redo. And then we've gone over the settings where you can adjust and turn on your grid if you want. And the other few settings that we've gone over in Cricut Design Space. That is Cricut Design Space on the tablet. I hope that I've covered everything for you guys. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments and I will try to go over them in a future video or explain them in the comments to you. I might link a short and react to the comments so that you guys can see whatever you have questions about or struggling with. Now, one thing I don't like about the tablet version, I'm going to show you here. I'm going to bring in an image. Okay, so I have this image and it's a print and cut image, and there's some instances where I want to turn this image into a shape or cut a shape out of a picture or whatever. So let's say I want to take these butterflies, this butterfly background, which I used for a puzzle once, which made a very fun, little bit challenging puzzle. And I want to make it I want to cut a star shape out of it, or a heart, or whatever it is. So you select both and you hit the slice tool, but there's an issue here with it does this. So all it did was show a smaller box about the size of the shape, and it makes it, well, it's not grainy like it usually is in this situation. It usually distorts it on the tablet screen. And this is really frustrating. Now, often when I have to do things like this, I will jump onto my laptop and do it, because the desktop version of Cricut Design Space does this no issue. It will take the star and it will cut it out of the square, no problem. And you will then see a star cut out. But the tablet version doesn't let you do stuff like that. And I have submitted a ticket to Cricut. There has been so many updates on the Cricut Design Space app for the tablet. And every time I open it up after an update, I hope that they fix this, but they haven't yet. So I'm just hoping that they fix it and it gets resolved. Yeah, this is up here because this is way too big for a mat, but I'm not cutting it. So that's one of my biggest pet peeves with the tablet version, but I have a workaround. If I need to do that specific type of projects, I will jump on my laptop and do it from there. And Cricut Design Space on the desktop is different. The layout is different. So I'm going to do a video going over the whole layout for Cricut Design Space on the desktop for you guys. But if you use a tablet like I do, I hope this helps. If you have any questions, let me know. I will try to answer them the best that I can. Now, also, Cricut offers a subscription for Cricut Design Space, where it does give you a lot of images for free and fonts. Normally, there are charges to all of the fonts and all of the images. If you have the subscription, you will save a lot of money. It's not going to show me here, I don't think, because I'm not connected to my Cricut at the moment. but if I was, there we go. It tells me how much I saved with this image because of my Cricut Access subscription. So keep that in mind if you are new to the Cricut and you're wondering if it's worth it. I personally think it's worth it if you're using a lot of the images from the Cricut Design Space. I use a lot of fonts from Cricut Design Space, and some of them will cost you money using them without the Cricut Access. Now there are options outside if you don't want to pay for the subscription. You can create images yourself. You can create the fonts elsewhere and import them in, which if you would like, I can show you how to write something in a different program and bring it in and turn it into a cut file. It's very simple to do. If that's something that you want me to make a video about, I can definitely do that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching this far. I hope you have a great day. If you're new to the channel, remember to hit that subscribe button. I do all kinds of Cricut related, crafting related content. And have a great day, everybody. Happy crafting.